Let's talk about Manatawny Still Works Double Peated Malt. This is a distillery that is actually up in Pennsylvania, and they did this for the Philadelphia Whiskey Society. And so you can't get this specific bottle, but they have malt, and Manatawny is doing really cool stuff. This was specifically a Simpson's peated malt that they ran and then aged in, I think that means pot still, but they aged it in used American oak for 2.5 years, 28 months. And then they moved it into an Ardbeg barrel, a barrel that previously held Ardbeg. And so they call it double peated because it was peated whiskey and then finished in a peated whiskey barrel. And I tell you, when you pick it up, it is pungent to the point of being like meat savory. It goes so far beyond smoky that it almost smells like applewood bacon. Have you ever had, or hickory smoke? Have you ever had smoked bacon and then you open it up and it's like this like overly tangy, meaty, but charred, but there's the, bacon has that kind of sweetness to it. That's the thing about bacon is even without sugar or glazing, when you fry it, there's a sweetness to the meat that sort of comes through in bacon. This takes a little getting used to. I recommend letting that sit in the glass for at least as long as I just did. Now I'm finally getting behind to the, like, wow. It's almost like a molasses coated fruit. Wow, okay. Whoa, that's the sourness. I was trying to figure out, there's a sour note in the nose. And when I drank it, I tasted it. So this tastes like liquid smoke. But there's a sour note that's in there, and it tastes exactly like grabbing a piece of barley out of a grain bag and chewing on it, which you'll sometimes do when you're distilling and you get fresh grain in. You'll grab a handful of malt and just pop a few into your mouth and the malt barley, and it just tastes like grain. But it's kind of a tangy barley note, which, unless you've done that, you wouldn't really know. That tangy barley note is in there. Now I'm getting like a coffee cream on top of that. But in the palate, honey-coated, ashy, smoked barley grain. I think for the cuts, I would have let that age a little longer, but that's remarkable and very unique. Ooh, that's gonna linger.